62 degrees. It is November 4th, election day, 2025. We're gonna see final inspection of the year. Should have done it last week or so, 2 weeks ago. So let's see what we got. Okay, now the queen could be up here, so we need to be.
That looks better.
Okay, so this hive looks good. There's a ton of bees. This is a single deep brood box. I am curious if they have enough food. I'm going to check. The brood looks like it's over here. I'm going to just come over here and check on this side and see if there's how much honey there is. These bees look good. This hive looks great. Broke frame. That's the problem.
Say 7 or 8 frames of bees?
Yeah, or 10. Okay, so I'm way over here. That is honey. It's not capped, but it's filled all the way out. So that one's capped. This one here is, I just broke the frame trying to get it out, but this is capped on that side. So this hive looks great. We're gonna call this one good. So we are going to, I'm going to do a video on broodminder sensors. I am not a fan of them or their business model anymore, but I got them to work partially with the limiting factors of them I put on. So I like the broodminder sensor now for winter temperatures to tell me when the bees are beginning to brood up in the spring. Yeah, this is the winter configuration, just like this. This is it. We'll put some Hive Alive Fondant on here in a bit. So we have the feeder on here. It's 2 to 1 sugar to water. Okay. This is not a good hive. Carla.
Okay.
That is not enough bees. This is not going to make it. This hive is done. Which is why we're checking. There's no reason to let this hive go. It feels like it's been robbed out. It has. See, there's a queen even in here. There might be a queen, but it's awful late. So about the only thing this will be good for is a combination. There's a green dot queen right there. So this was a queen we were trying to save. I thought she was doing well, but we'll tear this hive down. This hive is done. Okay, that's why you check. That's 60. Still got feed on. If we need to put feed back on, we will. I'm hoping we don't need to. Does it have a question mark?
No.
First thought is it looks good. I can see that there is 10 frames of bees, just like the honey at the top of the frames. Pretty heavy. We're gonna call this good. I think that we have this food here. It doesn't hurt anything, so we're just gonna leave the food on them for now. Just like that. Put the plug in so we're ready. Put the foil in. The other thing we do is, the only seam I worry about is the inner cover. To the one deep box. So we just broke the seal, and it's going to be, we have enough warm days they can fill it back in, but it is better, I have found, to seal this one, just this one seam. And I have used many kinds of tape through the years, but I found this electrical tape works the best. It's cheap, doesn't tear up all the paint. Some of the other tape did. It comes off easy in the spring.
That girl.
Okay, that's it. And then let's just check the bottom just to see what we got. We're checking all of them and cleaning them, but that looks good. We did. Rotate over here. We did 3 oxalic acid treatments every 5 days. This looks good.
What did you find on the bottom border of the sky blue?
I'm guessing they've been robbed. When you see that much debris on here like that, that is an indication that they have been robbed. So we'll see. That's why we're checking. The other thing is this queen was replaced in June. I had a bunch of really good queens left over from grafting, and I wanted to keep them, and I wasn't impressed with this queen, so I went ahead and replaced her. This and another one.
September, honey.
In September. Let's see. Okay, well, they took all the food, but they may have taken all the food to be robbed. We'll see. I'd say there's bees in here. Nope. This hive will never make it. No way. No way. There's no food here, I can tell. Yeah, it's empty. Okay, so what does this mean? We're going to break this hive down. We'll probably shake the bees, or I don't think there's even enough to do a combine. It's too late in the year. I don't want to deal with it. The chance of success is almost none. So we're going to go to the next one. We're going to do the next inspection. We're just going to protect it right now until we finish inspection. So we have 2 now that don't look good. We have this one, and we have the Dino hive. So, okay. And look how clean the bottom board is. So this is the chocolate. I just slid this hive forward, and this thing is heavier than anything else we have, by far. So, we are not gonna feed this one. Okay, so first thought here, first look at the bees, is they look good. I already know it's so heavy that when I slid it, it was a ridiculous amount of weight. So, we're just going to put the sensor in, and we're gonna plug it. I'm not gonna feed these guys, and we're gonna be done. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, I know there is a lot of food already. I can tell by the weight. You know, there's not as many bees in here, but it's okay. You know, they could be further down. I don't think there's 10 frames. I would say there's about 8 frames, which I'm okay with that. Okay, sensor. Put the sensor in here. We're going to say this is good. I really don't want to do a whole detailed inspection if I don't have to. Okay, see what we got. Still got food. So when I have food in there, it tells me most likely they have not been robbed out. Because if they were robbed, the bees would have come up and eaten the top too. I do think they're light. And this was a queen replacement in September, which is a little late. Okay, okay.
That looks good.
So I would say, although I think it's light, I do not think it needs a full inspection. So you notice on the lid, you see the black on the edges and the inside is clean. That's because this is a condensing hive. It's insulated 2 inches on top, 1 inch on the sides. The moisture will go to the warmer space. So here is the edge, and it runs down the side. In the wintertime, the bees will lap it up, which is exactly what we want the bees to do. So we're gonna do a quick check here. So we're running about 60 degrees during the day and 40 degrees at night. So we're not gonna be able to feed much longer. Where's the entrance? The entrance is here. It looks like to me this is where the brood is. I don't want to mess up the brood chamber. At this point, I'm gonna assume that queen took. So nothing on there, honey there. So what's it mean if we don't have enough food? Well, I'm gonna feed Hive Alive. It just means I'm gonna feed, so they didn't get that capped. So that food we're putting up top, they got plenty of places to put it still. So I'm gonna keep putting feed on them, but we'll make a note. Once again, that's not capped, but it's pretty full of honey. Same thing on that side. It's just not capped. Plenty of food. This is a single deep brood box. This is gonna be enough. You know, ensuring they have Hive Alive on that in the winter, they'll be all right. But we will put feed back on these guys. Yep. See what we got. Okay. Okay, when I moved it, it was pretty heavy. I'm looking, I see honey on the outboard frames. We're not gonna feed this. We're gonna lock this thing up. Let me see a sensor. Where's the brood? Looks like to me the brood's in the middle. We're gonna go right here. Here's a sensor. There's the sensor. Looks good.
You're on.
All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so we had a question about this hive. I would say it looks great. There's plenty of bees. I know it's heavy. I see honey on both frames on the outboard. So we're gonna call this good. Okay, so my first thought is, it looks pretty good. I thought it was pretty heavy. I'm gonna check honey just to see. Basically, if there's honey on the wings, then they got honey in the middle. Some honey there. Next one's capped. Okay, that's all I need to see. I thought it felt good, and it did. A sensor. Put it to the front. 10 frames of bees. This thing's rocking. Looks great. Obviously, I need a sensor. We don't need to do anything with this one, but put a sensor in. A lot of food. Oh, very heavy. Plug. Bees look nice. They're calm. We're gonna call this good. There's a lot of food in here, so we ain't gonna feed. So this is the runway hive. This is a split 10 frame nuke. There's 5 frames on each side with a center divider. So first off, this don't look great. The other side looked better. I'm gonna do an inspection on this one. Oh shit, broke frame. These frames are not all mine. and they're not glued.
What do you see on there?
There's food. A little bit of food. There's not a lot of food here. I mean, there's not a lot of bees. So we're probably just gonna call it. I don't want to disturb them too much. I'm just looking for a queen, look to see if there's any brood. Or a laying worker.
You see any brood?
Nope. I just saw the queen. There she is. Blue dot. Ooh, the smoker, please. See how small she is? She shrunk up. So there's a queen in here. Oh shit, there's hive beetles. A lot of hive beetles. Okay, we're gonna put a hive beetle trap in here. We're gonna get back in and check it. That is not great. They're all on that side though. Yep, this side looks great. I'm curious if there's a hive beetle issue on this side too.
Did you want to put that on?
1 second, please. Let's just see here. Okay, there's no food here. That frame is empty. We were feeding these. That is not great at all. Okay, this one's full, or not slam. This will be interesting how this goes this year. We may have to, we're gonna have to keep the Hive Alive Fondant. We're gonna have to watch these guys close and make sure they're pretty thin. Dot queen, boy, she's marked. I got a little sloppy. See it?
Yep.
Very sloppy. I'll tell you, I started getting it on their wings.
Orange falling again.
Because I don't notice they kill it, to kill the queen when there's paint on their wings, but it prevents her from swarming, or it makes it more difficult for her to swarm. Some people cut the wings off, one wing, so they can't fly. So we're not doing that, but
What's your prognosis?
okay. Okay. Hive beetles. One hive beetle, no queen. Okay, the food is about a third full. Nope, about a quarter full. Okay, let's see what we got for food. This is a food check, and you can't check how much weight is in here because you can't lift it up. So the only way to check this thing is to pull some frames. It looks pretty full, to be honest. I mean, I see honey all the way out here in the wing. I've got a 2-inch insulation I put on top of here, which I need to do. Okay, well, right off the bat, there's a lot of bees here. Looks great. I am not going to tear into this hive. There's no reason to. Looks good. I don't see any hive beetles. I see honey all the way out. Looks great. don't see any hive beetles. I mean, I don't see as many bees in here, but I don't necessarily concerned. We're gonna call this good. We'll just have check marks on it.
No, only the bear.
Okay.
Rooster is ready for winter. Yeah.
Last time I was in this hive was a month ago, and it looked like there was a laying worker. Drones only. Now, saying that, there's a lot of bees in this box, and those aren't drones. So, it may not be a problem after all, but I'm going to look at this. I'm going to do an inspection. I actually thought I'd be tearing it down. Hive beetles. Look at the hive beetles in here. Okay, I thunked the hive beetles out. Okay, what is this? Oh, it was a ladybug riding the back of a bee. Never seen that. Okay, here we go. So what we're looking for here, we are looking to find out if there is a bunch of drones cells. They got plenty of food.
Is there food in the feeder?
A little bit. We're going to take it out. So they run all those hive beetles over there on that outboard frame. You know, so I suspect that's where all the hive beetles are. We're over there. So I just took that frame, I took it outside the hive and I shook it. So now those hive beetles are going to have to fly back in the entrance, and they may make it, or the bees may keep them out, because I want to put that frame back in here. Okay, that is brood right there in the middle. Do you see it?
Yep, looks good.
And more brood on this side. So that is a queen. Okay, so that's a queen. Just see something here. This is pretty light though. We need to feed these guys. There's a right there, blue dot queen. She's not real big. Okay, we're gonna feed these guys. It's 2 to 1 in a single frame feeder.